Today we're talking about the serratus anterior, which is a very important muscle for the shoulder. So a little bit of background about the shoulder. There's 4 different joints that make up the shoulder. The sternoclavicular joint is the first one on the front. The acromioclavicular joint is part of it. The ball and socket or glenohumeral joint is part of it as well. And then as Kyle turns around, we have the scapulothoracic joint. So it's just between the thorax or our chest and the scapula. So he's going to turn around again. The really interesting thing is the only bony connection between our arm and our body is through this teeny tiny little joint here. The rest of them are just being held on by muscles and ligaments. So that's why it's so important for the serratus anterior muscle to work well. So the serratus anterior, he's going to turn around one more time here, connects from the undersurface of the shoulder blade here to his chest. So go ahead and turn to the side. So it comes around the armpit, and if you can see, it kind of has different fans right here. So we found out that the serratus anterior helps keep the shoulder blade attached to the thorax or the chest, but it also helps upwardly rotate the shoulder blade. As Kyle lifts his arm up, it helps externally rotate it, protract it, and then tilt it backwards. So that's just fancy lingo to say that the shoulder blade is moving out of the way as we're reaching our arm up, so that we're not pinching the supraspinatus tendon up here, which is part of your rotator cuff, and so that we're not getting adaptive shortening of our pectoralis minor on the front, or right on the front of our chest here. So that helps reduce pain, make movement more efficient and easier. So how do you know if your serratus anterior is firing properly? Well, one way, an easy way to look at it is my shoulder blade winging a little bit, or does it sit flat against my chest? Also, is it rotating upwards when I lift my arm up? So you can have somebody film you do these things, or look in the mirror. If you have pinching up at the top here when you're lifting your arm, that might be a sign. Now, if it is winging, is there something you can do about it? Sure. You can start to get that muscle firing better. So I'm going to show you how to do that. The first exercise is going to be placing a band around your shoulder blades and your arms, and then you're going to do a big hug motion. You're going to allow your shoulder blades to come apart as you're doing that hug, and then they're coming together as you're releasing. The second exercise is placing a looped band around your wrists and then pushing your wrists apart so that your arms are back to your shoulder width. And then you're going to reach up and then down. So your elbows are only coming to your shoulder height. The third exercise is a scapular push-up. So you're going to start in a plank position and then push your shoulder blades apart as your spine goes towards the ceiling. Then you're going to sink down, allowing your shoulder blades to come together. Practice moving slowly through this motion.